Hi everyone, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Aileen and here we like to talk about all things makeup, mostly luxury makeup, skincare, and fashion. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I hope you consider subscribing and joining the family. So today, I'm really on a journey to figure out and rank my Tom Ford foundations from favorite to least favorite because I love them all. So it's like I'm on a journey to do this, and I've mentioned it on my channel for a while. So I just wanted to go ahead, get through this because I really do enjoy them all in different ways. I have a feeling I know which would be first out of my four and which will be last. And I feel like the second and third will be difficult. So this will be a series of a few videos. But today we're going to try out the Tom Ford Traceless Matte Foundation and the Traceless Foundation Stick side by side, do a wear test and see what happens, and then we'll go from there. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then consider comment, liking, and subscribing. Let's get to it. Which one of y'all is gonna outdo the other? Let's see. So I'm so excited. I know which one of these two I would enjoy more. However, I really have only worn the Traceless Matte liquid, like out and about, and not the stick. The stick is still fairly new to me. I do already have like my skincare, my SPF, and I use the Farsali Skintune Blur as my primer because it's a primer that I know that I love, and we're gonna go from there. So I do already have my brows on, and I'll have everything in the description box as well. So let's get to it. So I'm gonna start with the Traceless Matte. So this retails for $88. I hear some people have been able to find it, and I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand and just start dabbing. So this is the consistency. It is a little runny, but not too bad. And it's definitely like not a thick foundation. So I have heard some people say that they've seen it at their CCO. I haven't seen this one at my CCO, and I have three. But that doesn't mean you can't find it in yours. It does retail for $88. It is usually at the CCO, if you do find it. My mirror's over here. It is usually 60% off. So if you can find it at your CCO, that'll be great. It does have claims to be hydrating with no cakiness, long wearing, medium to buildable full coverage. I'm going a little light first. And it does claim to be humidity and sweat resistant. There is no claims of any SPF in either one of these foundations. However, this foundation does have hyaluronic acid and vitamin C. So if I know I'm sensitive to vitamin C, I have not had an issue with this breaking me out. And I'm not sure if that would be the case if I used it on the daily, because I don't use it daily. Like I try to rotate my foundations out. So here is the Traceless Matte, and I'm sorry, this is in the shade 6.0 Natural. So you can see no foundation. This is a really good shade for me. It's a tinge light, so I did pick this up a little darker. This is 6.5 Sable, but I'm gonna see if I pump a little more on the back of my hand, just a little bit, and build up where my hyperpigmentation is. I would normally spot conceal prior to my foundation, but I didn't want to do that today and not have the ability to show you how it builds. But sometimes I spot conceal and sometimes I don't. I feel like my skin's in a lot better place than it was before. So I just, depends the mood I'm in, you know? Makeup for me is a mood booster. So it all depends on the mood I'm in. So if I'm in a feel good mood, I don't care what my skin looks like, I feel good today, I don't spot conceal. So here you are. It is buildable. I don't think, I'm just gonna dab what's left and build up on those spots of hyperpigmentation. I've never tried to like build it up to a full coverage, but this is like a high medium. And I really like it. I don't have a problem with it. I like the finish. It's not like a flat matte. It's a very nice hydrating matte. It's not fully dried down yet, but it will. And this one I have worn a lot. I will say that I really like this foundation, but I don't feel I've given the stick the time of day because she's new. I mean, I recently did a haul with it. She's fairly new. So let me shear out what's left on my hand and just blend it out so you see that. And then I will apply the foundation stick. And again, this is in the shade 6.5 Sable. That is there. So let me blend that out with another finger. This one is also $88. So I feel like both of those shades work. They both blend in. But like you can see here, especially on my nose, like where the line is, this is my current color. So, I mean, you can blend it out, you can bronze it, make it work. But summer just started. A girl's gonna be vacationing like. So I went a tinge darker with the stick. So again, like I was saying, this stick is recommended. You swipe from the center out and then blend. This one does not have claims of an SPF either. It is $88. There are some CCOs that carry it. It's all a matter of whether you're gonna find your shade or not. Move my mirror. The claims for this foundation are that it is sheer. And I'm going with a different brush. This is a Smashbox sheer foundation brush. Are that the claims for this one are that it is sheer, buildable to medium and full. I have never tried to build this to full. It has claims of diminishing imperfections. It says it is matte. That was pretty much the gist of it. But we shall see. This is why I wanted this brush. Look at this. It just slides right under the eye and just gets in that corner. Oh, so perfect. So I'm gonna have to add a little more right here on my nose. Kind of didn't add enough there. But it does shear out and smooth out and build and blend out beautifully. And even though they're two different shades, like I don't see a big difference. And that's what I was telling a friend of mine, like the Tom Ford foundation shade range is so weird. Cause like I'll get 6, I'll get 6.5, I'll get 5 point, I think it's 6. Doesn't matter, like they all look barely the same. So there you are. There's the foundation stick and there's the Traceless Mat. So I am going to add a little to the nose. It doesn't really look like I got much there. And right here, sometimes I have an issue with foundation sticking to this area, like my nostril onto the side. And then I'm gonna try to dab where this hyperpigmentation is, since I've never tried to build it to full. I'm sorry, I have a watery eye. I've never tried to build it to full. So I wanna see in these areas of hyperpigmentation, can you build it up? Will it look cakey? We'll see. Because one of the biggest claims of Tom Ford foundations is that it won't look cakey. I can definitely attest to the Traceless Matte Liquid not looking cakey, but we'll see about the stick. So that did build up nicely to cover pigmentation. I feel like I have a scar here and it's peeking through, because you know when a scar, the hyperpigmentation is like trying to go away and it goes from like dark to like a bright pink. That's kind of where this one is at. But hey, I'll take it if it means it's going away, right? Okay, so let's take a look. This is the Traceless Matte Liquid. And this is the Traceless Foundation Stick. So let me take a closer look. They both look beautiful on the skin. I will say the Traceless Liquid is a tinge light for me at the moment. So, you know, sometimes when it's light, like you really have to blend it into your hairline. You don't want to look like a floating mask. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. Just adding some warmth from my finger everywhere. Make sure that it's nicely blended. That's perfect. And the Traceless Matte Stick, it looks really good. It really does. Right here where I built up, you can't see a difference of like thickness or texture or anything where I built up the coverage versus where I didn't. So again, here's the Traceless Matte Liquid in 6.0 and the Traceless 6 in 6.5. So let me finish the rest of my makeup off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. That took about 30 minutes, give or take. So here is the Traceless Liquid. And here is the Traceless Stick. Now, as far as what I have on my face, I did combine the Flawless filter with the Tom Ford Emotion Proof concealer. And this is in the shade 7.0 Tawny. If you have not tried this combo on your under eye, you really should. It's absolutely stunning. Like, I feel so summery and so, like, this is my go-to vacation look. I just love it. For my eyes, I have on the outer V and into the crease, I have Naked Bronze. And then all over the lid, I have Sphinx, which I've mentioned several times on my channel, because it does have like a shift. So pretty. For liner, I tight lined the top and then brought this on the waterline and then smudged it out. And this is the eye kohl pencil in Metallic Mink. And then on the waterline, I added the Emotion Proof liner, and this is in the shade Brut Rose. I tried to stick to Tom Ford. I think I did. For the most, yeah, I did. Except for the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter. The Tom Ford Badass Mascara. For highlight, I did the Glow Drops. And I just added those there. I did do a combo of the Terra and the Gold Dust bronzer. I didn't put a blush. I felt like those two bronzers combined together was perfect. And the lip gloss, and I think this is Sunlust. Yes, the Sunlust lip gloss. This is the one that transforms from gold to like a peachy shade. I love it. So I applied the foundations at about 112 is what it was when I checked before I started doing the rest of my makeup. So I'll come back and check in with you guys maybe around 4-ish, 5-ish, and then at the end of the day, and I'll try to get outside. Looks like it might start raining soon, but I'll try to get outside and get you a natural light clip, and we'll see how it's going. But so far, they're both holding up great. I'm liking both evenly at the moment. So let's see how they wear. See you guys in a minute. Okay, so here we are in natural light. This is the side with the foundation stick. And this is the light with the foundation, Traceless foundation liquid. So it's been about an hour. It's a little cloudy. They're both holding up pretty well. See you soon. Hi everyone, so here we are. Here's my evening update. It is currently 9:42 p.m. I have had a few drinks. I've cooked, I've cleaned, I've played spades with a bunch of crap talkers. So that in itself is insane. So let's just see what this whole situation's looking like. I'm just gonna grab my palette and look at my mirror. So my mascara has run. So we're gonna clean this up just a little bit. And this is why I typically only use a waterproof mascara on the lower lash line, because I will get like the raccoon eyes. So there we go. We cleaned that up. So this is, I have not blotted, I have not touched up, I've not anything but wiped my mouth with a napkin after I ate. So this is the liquid foundation, and this is the stick foundation side. So as far as oils, I do feel I'm oilier on the liquid side. I'm oilier everywhere because I'm excessively oily, but I have not dabbed like at the 4 or 5 hour mark like I usually do. So I am oily everywhere. I do feel like the majority of my nose, the oils are on this side versus this side. If you can see, there's oils here. They're just not as much as this side. So, and where like the hyperpigmentation area that I had built up has faded away just a tad. Here it has not. It looks exactly the same. Maybe here, but that's from eating and stuff and hugging my guests high and by and all the jazz. But I will say I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I really did think that this will hold up better. However, I didn't wear a mask or anything of the such, and typically when I wear a mask, I don't have any issues with this. I have not tested this with a mask, but this does look better. So this looks better as far as coverage and settling into any lines, where I feel this one settled, the liquid settled a little bit in the nose and a little tiny bit right here. We did do a lot of trash talking, a lot of laughing, a lot of playing spades. If you're an avid spades player, you know what I mean. Especially you play against people that have been playing their whole life. There's always a bunch of back and forth and a lot of laughing. So this one definitely did better in the smile lines than this one. They actually both have settling on the edge of the nose. But the oils have come been handled better on the stick side than the Traceless Matte. Although I will say, I did ask my honey, hey, which side do you think looked better? He did say the stick side, which I was surprised because this foundation right here, when I tried a sample and I was like, hey, hun, what do you think? He was like, whoa, what did you do different to your skin? It looks great. I said, that compliment just cost you $88. And I went and bought this. So I'm surprised to hear that he enjoyed the stick side better, but he really did. And I will say, as far as shade match, the 6.5 Sable, yes, definitely handled, like it blended better with my current skin tone, where this was a little lighter, but I don't feel you can tell a big difference in the shade range. But I will say the settling on the side of the nose is more with this than the stick. I have more mattifying on, I'm more mattified on this side, and the oils worked better with all the makeup on this side versus this side. They both look good though, considering the amount of time that has gone by. It's now almost 10 p.m. My nose looks good, which I'm surprised because that's usually the first place that it starts breaking up. Here you go, here's a close-up. So this is the foundation stick, and this is the liquid. Which one do you prefer? I will say I was shocked. I was expecting this to be first and this to be second, and currently I'm like this first and this second. But it definitely always depends on your primer. So I have tried this with another primer. I forget which primer I used. I used the YSL Touche Éclat Blur, and I didn't like this with that. Today, again, I used the Farsali Skintune Blur, and I like it with the stick a lot. So Rebecca from Not Fit for Print Beauty, you were right. So I would say this is first and this is second. I'm shocked by that. I'm just saying. I swear I went into this just knowing that the liquid was going to win. But here we are. Results just don't lie. I'm excessively oily. I'm 37 years old. I live in a very humid climate. It was 90, 92 degrees today, and that's before you take into account the humidity. So next we will do the Shade and Illuminate versus the Shade and Illuminate cushion, and then we'll go from there. I hope this helps if you're oily like myself, or you live in a humid climate and you're not sure how either one of these foundations would hold up. Hopefully this wear test helped you in some sort of way. So again, I started at 1:12 p.m. and it's currently 9:50. So that's a little over 8 hours, almost 9. I would say for not blotting, not touching up, this side, they have both held up better than I expected, but this side has definitely held up a lot better than this, as far as oil seeping through without touching up, as far as buildup in the corner of my nose and the edge of my nose, buildup. It's just really held up beautifully. So for this video, I say the Tom Ford Traceless Stick outbeat the Tom Ford Traceless Matte Liquid. So until next time, don't forget, we're all perfectly imperfect. Bye.